Well, my name is Macarena Beltran. I work at the Center for Business in Society with Anna. At Coventry University with Anna, and I work in the Center of Agroecology. So we have this project, it's called SIMBIO project, which are social innovation labs. Let me explain a little bit why we are doing this project. The first time when we applied for this funding, we were thinking about the problem that we have with the huge production of plastic waste, but also the low level of recycling, and also the increased environmental awareness of the impact of the plastic. And then it came to our minds and say, well, bioplastic, of course, is a really success story in terms of technological innovation, but of course, they have so many challenges around the supply chain. So the challenge are not only technical, and that's the main thing, and that's where my background came from the socio-technical research. I'm an industrial engineer, that's my background, but because life is moving, of course, I also study business and marketing, and my PhD was in a socio-technical part in the energy consumption. So the aim of the SIMBIO project is develop social intervention to address the environmental and social challenge around the bioplastic packaging. This is an ESRC funded project, but also we have partners in Canada, Poland, and Brazil. Now the leader partner is Canada, and in Canada, they have developed the social lab methodology. So we are kind of implementing the same kind of things in England. This is the UK team, of course. You can see Anna is there as well. So why social innovation lab? Because it's useful for working on complex social problems. You see, like there is a photo here. Like this is a social innovation lab was implemented with the students a long time ago. So and we understand this is as a process. So a process to support the stakeholders. So although we guide the process, the stakeholder, they put the agenda here. So what we have done, of course, we have done the first part of the preparation and literature review and interview with the stakeholder. So far, there is 2 social innovation labs. The first was done in March 2021, and it was in the system. So basically, we brought the stakeholder and we tried to understand how the supply chain works, what are the barriers, and what are the opportunities there. And in the part of designing solutions, we brought the stakeholder to how we transform these challenges and opportunities in solutions. And we're now trying to organize the prototyping solution in November. So this is like normally what you do, you invite the stakeholder to the university to explore that, but because of the COVID, we have to implement this online social innovation lab. So in the first social innovation lab, we use Miro this is the software that you can see here to interact with the stakeholder through Zoom. And we brought in the first lab, there were certain recommendations. I'm not going to go in detail for the whole document or every recommendation, but the main thing, the recommendation cover all the supply chain, from labeling, from certification, but also the communication with the stakeholder and the educational program, and a big part here is how the waste management is totally disconnected with the bioplastic. And how the policies should embrace and should help us to move forward. As I said, the designing solution was to try to put this solution together and try to find a pathway. So in the second lab, we use the soft Mentimeter. So we put a survey there and we asked the stakeholder to prioritize what are the main cluster solutions that they can see moving forward in the long term and also in the short term. So the more urgent were communication, that's the blue bar, and the certification, the red one, and end of life, the green one. So the stakeholder identify this solution as important, but also they see this dynamic process in the long term. Of course, this need to be supported by education and policy. Also, they explore the vision by 2030, and then they are expected to envision greener values, more sustainable practices for the consumer and business, less complexity, but also more consistency in the waste management. This is repeating again. So in terms of packaging opportunities, of course, there is a lot of packaging opportunity for bioplastic, but specifically to replace the plastic packaging that is very hard to recycle at the moment. Also included as intelligent packaging, so they could facilitate the communication with the stakeholders. And also, this is not about the bioplastic, but in relation to all the plastic, the stakeholder want to see certain other option for the packaging that they use on a regular basis. So now in the prototyping solution, we are going to have all these kind of finding assigned innovation criteria. So our idea is to present certain more tangible solution in the prototyping solution. We have a provisional date, which is the 25th of November. Of course, I'm going to invite you, all of you. I will be happy if you can attend. And that, yeah, and then that is the moment that the project that we have. So there are 2 industrial reports that we have produced. That this is our webpage, and yeah. So that's the project, that the SIMBIO project that we are working at the moment.